No.
Yes.
No.
I think we're started. We're started. Howdy ho, guys and gals. It's
Hola.
me and the Duncan.
Hello.
We got. It's just the two of us. It's just the two. Well, the Labradog's around here somewhere. She may show up later. But the missus and the little one are off on a short road trip. And the little girl is off hanging with her friends. So it's just us celebrating the last of Duncan's birthday week. So let me tilt this back over.
2 more days of my birthday week.
Two more days of his birthday. Yeah, we celebrate birthday weeks here, so that's a thing. Let's see here. Neil F is in the house. Adam Bennett, how you doing? I know I put up a thing saying that we're starting until 6, but we're starting 9 minutes early, something like that. Oh wow. Anyway, Mark Olson, how you doing tonight? So so what else have we've been doing? We've been working on the car or the truck or whatever.
I got your side of the headlights done.
Got one side of the headlights done. Got to do the other side. It's been a real pain. Is it hot there?
No.
It's been warm. Let me see what the weather is today. Let me get the cord out of my way. My desk is a hot mess. Let's see. Livingston, Montana weather. It's 79. 15% precip, 34% humidity. Wind 16 out of the south-southwest. Actually, the north-northwest. It's been warm-ish today, but not hot. It's a beautiful day. Got a little overcast for a while, and the sun came back out. In fact, after this, we're going to go back out, enjoy a little bit more sun, do some more work on the truck, and I don't know, and just enjoy the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful weather we got here. Finally, now that it's stopped raining for a while. Let's see who else is in the house. Tim's here. Matt's, hey Bear, hope you're having a great day. We are. Tyler says, how you doing? We're doing good. Hipsters and Hippies says, happy 16th.
Thank you.
Thank you for the fantastic channel. Thank you for being part of it. I think YouTube is messing up on notifications. I know they are. They're just not giving out notifications the way they used to.
I get my notifications like 2 days after someone posted the video. It's bad.
Yeah. Baydox, howdy. Futano 2's in the house. Evening, everyone. Kurt in Reno says, happy birthday, Duncan.
Thank you.
Matt says, yeah, he is 16. He's 16. Driving. It's doing things to my blood pressure. Driving me crazy.
I'm a good driver. Drove a manual the other day. That was fun.
He did. He drove a friend's truck, and he did really well. And then they took out Eleanor, and Eleanor scared the you-know-what out of him.
Eleanor will not be driving till she's 42.
Oh, girl is got a lead foot.
Yeah.
It's just, anyway. What is this? Insert ad. I can insert ads in live streams? That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous.
Create a highlight video. Oh, we can start clipping.
Anyway. Sorry, there's just a YouTube just popped up and like, oh, you can do this now. And I'm like, I'm not putting in an ad. Maybe I have to take a bathroom break. That'd be a good time for an ad. Anyway.
It would be.
Oh, let's see who else is around here. Baydog, Matt, Wings and Pizza says happy. Hey everyone, happy birthday, D. Ray says hello from Biloxi, Mississippi, deep south. Tech and Vlog says, Dead Tools, my birthday was yesterday and I have COVID. Happy birthday. Sorry about the COVID. Lots of our friends and family right now have COVID.
Yep.
We have at least 2 family members not here who have COVID.
And then like 3 friends, I think.
Yeah, it's going around. Through Town 2 says, happy birthday, Duncan. Tim says, not a fan of Hercules masonry bits, but that miter saw is awesome. Happy birthday, young man.
Thank
I haven't used the masonry bits yet. Manual 18 speed? No. It was a 4-speed.
Well, no, I think it was a 64 speed, actually.
64?
64.
I think it was a 4 on the floor.
Transmission was this long.
In Silence says, hey, Bear family. Ned says, I hear you. I got a 14 and 16-year-old myself. Matt says, happy birthday. Mark says, going to get me to drinking if you don't stop driving. Keith says, hey, Dead Tools from Spud State. Oh, just next door over in the Idahos. I've been doing a drum to disc brake conversion on my 65 Chevy Malibu. I've owned since 85. It's going to get you better braking, and B, then you don't have to deal with the dang drum brakes anymore.
I don't like drum brakes.
Yeah.
Never dealt with them, but I just don't want to.
Oh, Frank says happy birthday, Duncan.
Thank you.
Silence says he got the 13th likes, like being the 13th warrior. The missus is in Helena? Yeah.
Somewhere around there.
Up near there. I don't know if she's actually in Helena. Visiting some friends with the little one. No, you're awesome. Says hello from Wakanda. Wakanda forever. Dr. Falcon says, hi, I'm here. Hey, doctor, how you doing? Tom says, I pulled the trigger on the Ego battery lawnmower. It worked rather well yesterday. We'll see how it goes.
We saw a kid using one of those
yesterday. Yeah, a little kid. Like
this tall.
Yeah, like tiny. And he was mowing a good-sized yard with it. And it was whisper quiet. Let's see here. I pronounced Biloxi correctly. Well, thank goodness for that.
What did you say?
I was reading through and he was from Biloxi, so I said Biloxi. That's how that works usually. And the Deep South says, thank you, I pull through. Good to hear it. Drums are the devil.
Yes,
oh my gosh. Do we say something about Griffin and his drums?
No.
Oh.
Drum breaks.
Oh, drum breaks. Sorry, Griffin has decided he wants to pick up drums as his musical instrument of choice. I said, fine, if you can have a drum set in the house, but you're buying it, and it's got to be one of those ones that's electronic that you can stick your headphones into, because our house is too small for someone wailing on the drums.
You should put a poll up, see if we should get, if we should have 3 dogs in the house.
3 dogs?
Well, 3 more dogs in the house.
I am getting lobbied so hard for more dogs. You have no idea. Well, first, it was Nigerian dwarf goats, to which I said
They were
no.
selling them for $45 each.
No.
$100 for 2.
No.
That's pretty good.
Nova Stick says, the Deno Tools, happy birthday from Louisiana. God bless you. Thank you. And you too. Salo says I did drum brakes on 93 Dodge Shadow. And I forgot about that.
Wait, what is that?
It's that was the sister car to like the
Dart?
No. The Dodge Shadow, it was like a Challenger or Subcharger. It was like a step down. Like the Cirrus was the
Dart. No, like the Avenger now.
Yeah, I think it was like the Avenger.
The Avenger?
It was not popular. There weren't a lot of them. And his sister's 92 Mercury Topaz. I had one of those. That was a good car to go away. Never see again. Chaka with $2. Rabbit tools are trash. So says Chaka. Let's see here. Fainting goats are fun.
That's what my mom says. She wants fainting goats just to torture them.
Dr. French says Shadow was a shrunken K car. Novus Nick says, tell the kids to eat less and you'll think about feeding another mouth. There we go. Then if you want more mouths around here to feed, you guys have to eat less.
Okay. I don't eat much anyways. I literally had 1 box of 5 nuggets today.
That's true. You have been eating a lot less. I don't know how you survive. Baydog says, I did drums on a Ford Focus, made me speaking tongues.
That's a tongue twister. I did drums on my Ford Focus. I can't.
No. Anyway, I'll tell you what was driving me nuts was we ordered OEM lenses for
OEM.
Not OEM, sorry, non-OEM.
Aftermarket.
That's what I meant. Aftermarket. There we go. To replace the headlight lenses on his Jeep Cherokee.
It had water in them.
Well, one side had water. And the other side looked like it had, it was completely opaque. And
it was bad.
And you could polish it, but that stuff comes back 6 months to a year later and you're fighting it again. And my thought was, I found a set for $80 and it was the headlights, the turn signals and the side markers. For $80, and it came with bulbs, but we already had ordered bulbs. We had LEDs.
Only the headlights came with bulbs.
Yeah, only the headlights came with bulbs, which is
makes
weird.
No sense.
But they just basically pop on and pop off. They're these little ball sockets they go onto, and I could not, for the life of me, get the new ones on. I thought I was going to break them. I was pounding and pounding trying to get them on there. I had to go in there and and ream out the socket, and then lubricate it with some dish soap to get it on
Is that
there.
what you had to do?
Yeah,
Wow. Don't want to put mine on now.
yeah. Maybe yours would go on easier. I don't know.
That's how it was with the brakes.
Yeah, it was how it went with the brakes. Anyway, Neil F says, all I bought this week was some clearance bolt cutters. Not sure what's wrong with me. Hello, happy birthday, Duncan.
Thank you.
We should figure out some sort of birthday tribute thing for Deals of the Week tomorrow. For those of you who've been following with his broken arm, you should show him your new high-tech one. With the new crank, you can
No, you're going to cut my... Oh,
cut off your blood pressure.
yeah.
Anyway, it's kind of cool. So a whole cinches the whole thing down.
What? It's a Sharpie.
I saw what it is. And his foot's mostly healed, so that's good as well.
Yeah, it still hurts.
The Affordable Craftsman says, Evening Bears, have had enough of the 106-degree daily temps in Texas. I'm flying up to show you how to cook ribs. Do it.
That'd be
Do
awesome.
it. It is. The girls are gone till Tuesday. So get on a plane tonight, get on up here. We'll have all sorts of fun tomorrow.
Well, if you get on a plane right now, you could be here
By the time we finish the live stream.
Pretty much, yeah.
Let's see here. Frank says, do you have any recommendations for a pressure washer on the cheap that I can use a foamer? Electric would be fine.
That Portland one out there.
I mean, the Harbor Freight now has an adapter and their own foam cannon. So that's about as cheap and as easy as you're going to get. Honestly, my takeaway, I've tested way too many of the electric pressure washers, and my takeaway is they're all about the same. Just buy the one with the form factor that's at the price you want. Because some of them are tall and skinny, some of them are short and squat, some of them are on the dolly-like system where it's got two big wheels and you can tip it. I just look for stuff that's got good cable and hose management. The Portland one does not. But, I mean, I've got one of the Portland ones. I've got some generic Chinese one. I've given a bunch of them away. Everyone I've given one to says they work great and we love them. So I hate giving out that kind of answers. I know you want something more decisive than that, but it really comes down to buy the one that looks and is going to act the way you want, because as far as power level, they're all going to be the same. And when it comes to electric, if it says, oh, it does like 35,000, they're lying. They're all going to be about the same. You're not going to get anything from the Portland on up. They're all going to be almost identical.
Yep.
Thoughts on Hart tools? I like them. Now, full disclosure, Hart has sent us a whole bunch of tools. And in fact, for the home, all of our outdoor power equipment, our mower, our trimmer, our blowers.
That's about it.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Not our pole saw. We have a Bauer pole saw, but we use Hart for the other outdoor power equipment. And then we used Hart tools when we were on the road in the RV. The impact wrench, drill drivers, cutting tools, all that stuff's all Hart. Vacuum was Hart. So it's Ryobi level tools, but from Walmart. And sometimes, I would say on average for a better price, when Ryobi does their Ryobi days, you can get some great stuff. The thing with Hart is they will do some clearance stuff, and you can get some fantastic deals on the clearance stuff.
That's true. They do.
Let's see here. Nathan says, love the show. Hi from New York. Can't ever find anything on sale in the 60-volt Toro Flex Force. Oh my gosh. Yeah. The Toro makes some decent stuff these days, but trying to find it on sale, I follow sales and stuff for the deals of the week. I never see, or almost never see, anything from Toro on sale. I can't really help you there. Last Best Tool says, are you back home in Montana? Oh, yes. Any flooding in your neck of the woods? Oh, yes. Now, in town, we're on the side away from the river going up a hill. So we're fine. But we had friends and people that we knew who were really hit by the flood. Their whole sections of town flooded, but we were nowhere as bad as some other towns in Montana, so we still feel pretty blessed. Grizz says, hey guys, I've been working with the Ego 18-inch chainsaw. It rocks. That's awesome. Gary says, hello from Myrtle Beach.
Myrtle Beach is cool. Never been though. Have I?
Nope. I don't think I've ever been to Myrtle Beach. Keith says, Dead Tools, do you know where I can buy wrenches? One inch up to 2 inch. I'm having a hard time finding some. Harbor Freight's got a set of Pittsburgh ones, the basic ones that are pretty decent. But if I'm going to buy them and use like everyday kind of stuff, Tecton has a great set for very reasonable prices. Mayor's Workshop says, hello from Mater, Krista. How you doing, you two? Good to hear from you. The Bear Achilles skin cracks me up. That's old. We haven't done that bit in a while. Mike says, recommendations for concrete bits. Mine have vanished. Boy, that's a good question, folks. If you've got a recommendation on masonry bits, let me know, because I haven't done a lot of masonry kind of stuff in a long time. We always, back in the day when I did construction, we bought Bosch stuff. I always thought of Bosch as to go to when you're doing big masonry kind of stuff. Somebody got a better, maybe just as good, but at a better price kind of solution. Owen's Jeep Stuff says, Did Tools, I am sorry I can't join you for the stream this week. Out with the family. Y'all have a great evening. See you next week. You too. Stay safe out there, man. Have a good time. Where'd I go? Just lost my space. Mike, not Hercules, bro. 38-bit. All that. 4 holes. Oh my gosh. And Dr. Fox says, let's hit that thumbs up. Show you enjoy this. Tim says, I'm going to try Bosch next week. Mike says, howdy y'all. Jeff, I'm looking to buy a cordless 1/4-inch drill. Any suggestions for a DIY budget? I need one to hold drill bits too small for my 3/8 drill chuck to hold. I'm confused. How will
cordless?
I mean, a 3/8 drill chuck should go down to. I mean, how tiny are these things? It should hold anything.
1/4-inch drill bit. Any suggestions for a DIY budget? I need one to. Can't you just get a reducer?
No, because I mean, it's a drill bit. It's got the chuck with the teeth that reduce down. The only thing I can think of is, I don't know. I don't know. Sorry. Speaking of drills, let's see here. What is this one? All right, so this is the Bauer that a lot of you know. Standard Bauer, but this is what I'm talking about with the teeth in there. But then, there's the Now. And this is a sneak peek for you. Sneak peek for you all. That is Bauer brushless with 5 amp hour battery. I think it's the 5 amp hour.
Is that? I can't tell. Let me see it.
No, it's a 3 amp hour. Where's my 5 amp hour battery? Dag nabbit.
Probably.
I have a 5 amp hour battery somewhere. It's about the same size. Anyway, because I can. Sorry, doing that too close to the. I think that could hold a 1/4-inch bit just fine. Anyway, we're going to be doing tests between the two, see if there's any kind of reason for upgrading other than battery life. What have I heard about a Bauer cordless router? There is going to be a trim router, a cordless trim router coming out, and that it's decent. Not fantastic, just decent. Neil says, I got my dad one last year and there's been nothing but issues. Same with the Troy-built snow blower. That's terrible. Roxy PDA says, happy birthday, Duncan.
Thank you.
Let's see here. Stray Catnip says, happy birthday, Duncan. Hey, Jeff, are you doing Amazon Prime Days this week? We are. We are going to be doing Amazon Prime Days. So that's going to be, I think, Monday and Tuesday.
Is it?
Let me check. I think it's the 11th and 12th. Let's see, what days are Amazon?
Wow.
Amazon Prime Days 2022.
Great spelling.
Oh, 12th and 13th. So Tuesday and Wednesday.
Monday is when I get my splint off. Hopefully, it's been hurting a lot today. So, I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Going to the doctor's tomorrow. That should be interesting. You can get embedded in, you can get the bits, the drill bits that just go into your 1/4-inch drive. Those are nice and convenient. Jack says, bought the Rybee 2-gallon sprayer from Direct Tools, factory blemish, it's only $50. It's been awesome. Finally getting a handle on the crabgrass. Well, that's good. Yeah, I always cracks me up when they're like factory blemished. I would say 90% of the time I can't figure out what the blemish is. I look them over and I'm like, I'm not sure what their issue is. Let's see here. Tommy says, pick me up an Ego mower at Ace. Love it. Already have the snowblower, leaf blower, and string trimmer. Yeah, that Ego line of tools is hard to beat, man.
It looks cool.
They look cool. They're lightweight. They're tons of power, and they're just reliable. And then Jack says, thanks for convincing me not to lock myself into a single battery platform. That's awesome. That's it. You know, a lot of people do that kind of thing where they think, well, I bought this one battery, I have to stick with it. And with all the combo packs and stuff that people are selling these days, it's pretty easy to run 2 or 3 battery systems and not really have a problem with it. Mater says, happy birthday, Duncan.
Thank you.
Happy birthday. And Silence says, thanks for talking me out of getting the DeWalt mower. I looked at the reviews, it scared me. Yes, the DeWalt mowers.
How would DeWalt make a mower?
Well, because DeWalt is owned by Stanley Black & Decker, and Stanley Black & Decker owns, what is it? I can't remember the acronym, but they have an outdoor power equipment company that they purchased years ago that makes mowers and stuff for them for other brands, and now it's mostly making Craftsman stuff. And then, of course, they're like, well, we're already doing that. Let's slap some black and yellow on it and make it run off of DeWalt batteries.
Who would want a black and yellow mower?
Well, it's a safety mower. That way no one actually gets hurt by it.
Oh, my bad. Gotta make sure that blind people
don't
run into it.
Jack says, I bought the EcoFlow River Pro and it came with a free 110-watt solar panel. It was about $500. I'm hoping for the 1300 will be on Prime Day for less than it is now. The EcoFlow makes some fantastic products, but they're not cheap. So if you can get them on Prime Day, if you're looking at getting one and you can get it on Prime Day, that is a pretty good setup. And then a lot of their stuff is really nice in the way that it works together. I don't know if you've seen their gasoline generator that plugs into the battery system and acts as a backup to the battery system. That is pretty nice, especially if you're looking for emergency power situation for the house.
Jim Haynes says, so I have to ask, when do they start unit trains hauling water to Vegas because the pipes run dry soon?
That's a good question, man. The whole Southwest U.S. is running out of water, and it's bad. I mean, Central California has been dealing with it for years. Southern California, the lake in Vegas is drying up.
It's bad. It's really bad. Honestly, the contracts, like selling out the Colorado River to go to LA and such, they need to stop because Vegas is going to become uninhabitable.
Well, it gets too low. It gets much lower, and they're going to have to turn off or at least dial back the dam, which is where all the power comes from.
Yes.
They tried to do that big solar farm out there, and it melted down.
It's not working.
So there's no giant solar farm that's going to bail out Vegas the way they said that was going to happen. That big Green New Deal thing that they passed about 10 years ago or so. That just fell flat on its face, and now they're entirely reliant on the hydro, and importing electricity.
Yeah, pretty much. If you don't have your own house's solar, you're gonna lose power when the dam.
There'll be
off.
Rolling blackouts. Yeah. MTD. That's it.
What is it?
Stanley owns MTD for residential and Excel for commercial lawnmowers and outdoor power equipment.
That's what we should do. We should predator swap a lawnmower.
Get a riding lawnmower, put the new Ghost engine on it.
They race lawnmowers.
I know they race lawnmowers.
I think I'm getting into racing lawnmowers. That's the cheapest way to get into racing.
Oh my gosh. We have been, he's been lobbying me for a dirt bike because he wants to get into doing all sorts of outdoor power sports and stuff. And I've been hesitant. And then my daughter's best friend got what was it?
She's had that Suzuki.
Well, no, the family had it, and then she started riding it, and so anyway, they got it's a 125.
125 big wheel.
with a big wheel kit on. Not the fat wheel, just the full-size radius rather than those small pit bike tires. So they've been riding it around the farm and the ranch and stuff. So now I'm getting lobbied. And, of course, Griffin sees this, and he's like, me too. So I'm getting lobbied for all 3 kids. If you guys saw the post I did on Instagram, we were out looking at the motorbikes and stuff the other day.
Enduro.
Yeah, and the GPX and stuff. And we've been looking at some of the cheaper stuff because I'm not going to go out and drop $5-6 grand on a Yamaha or Suzuki right now.
We could drop 10 on a KTM 450.
Yeah,
that's what I need, Dad.
Get right on that. So anyway, they've been hard living. So we've been looking at used dirt bikes, and
if any of you guys are selling a dirt bike, let us know.
Yeah, that's all I've been doing for the past week. Pretty much is looking at used dirt bikes, and as soon as we find one that looks like okay, this is it. This is the one we want.
Boom, gone.
Gone. In fact, we just found out about a type of dirt bike I'd never seen before.
Is it a dirt bike or is it a mini bike? It's a dirt bike, yeah.
It's a mini dirt. Anyway, it's called the Fat Cat from Honda, and
they're big wheel from Yamaha.
And they're big wheel from Yamaha. So if you ever seen like the Baja Warrior 200 that they sell at like Tractor Supply and stuff, which is a big wheeled mini bike. This is like if you took that to the next level. It's a little bit bigger. It's got a swing arm rear suspension. And we almost snagged one of those. And that got sold out from underneath us. So
it wasn't in great condition either. At least
it was in great condition.
It had a broken front fender, missing all the stickers. I mean, it was restorable, but it wasn't in the best of condition.
Clean running shit. You don't listen to him.
Wasn't in the best of
Don't
condition.
take your bike buying.
Okay, but he's the one telling us that, oh, it's missing a couple plastics, so we can't get it, even though the engine's running perfectly fine.
I never said that.
Yes, you did, about the 150 up in Helena.
Yeah, because the guy's asking top dollar.
$1,200.
It beat to heckin' back.
The plastics are.
Oh my god, the whole thing is. Well, he had to pull it off the market because
to put a rear tube in it.
Yeah, so he says. He's a terrible habit of believing everything the seller says, not being able to read between the lines.
Innocent
anyway,
until proven guilty.
Neil said, I could see Jesse saying, stop talking about Green New Deal on the edge of politics, although I do agree with you. I wasn't even stating a position on it. I'm just saying this started that, and that fell on its face, and here's where we're at. That's all I said.
When did you say that?
We're talking about the power and the solar arrays and how they melted down into the ground because they gave a bunch of money to people who actually had no business doing this kind of work because they'd never done it before, but they thought they could do it from scratch, and it didn't work, and who's surprised by that? Mike says, I don't remember who was asking about masonry bits, but my late father was a brick mason for over 30 years. The anchor screw kit he had for years was a brand Condrive. Well, there you go.
What is Condrive?
I have no
like
idea.
I've heard that before.
No idea. I've never heard of it.
It's because you're old. All the cool kids.
Mater says, please get that black and yellow mower. Duncan needs to learn about safety.
I'm grabbing this. I have this. It's black and yellow. See? This is mine, actually. It's not yours. It's mine now.
He's been picking on me all day, folks, just so you know.
It's because you're shorter than I am.
Believe it or not, it's technically true. He's sitting in a chair that's lower than my chair.
And I'm not sitting up straight.
I used to be 6'2". I think I'm a little bit less now. He is now officially 6'2". Sad day. Straight?
Still not as tall. My waist is, or my
his height is in his legs. My height is in my torso. For Crassus, my friend's son raced dirt bikes for years and was racing pro for a few years. The races were some of the most fun we had, bike repair and tuning, etc. Tons of fun, but expensive. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. But
we should tell him about the kid down the street.
Oh my! Well, I don't like talking about other people's kids, but there's a
true.
kid in town who's the number 2 in state, and they built a track into their side yard, and you'll go down there and you'll see this kid who's a little kid doing 15, 20-foot tables and whipping it while he's going over kill. Oh my gosh, it's ridiculous.
It's pretty cool.
On his little KTM.
65. This big.
It's adorable. They should make a stuffed animal out of him.
Yeah.
Baydog says he's also the one with the money. Maybe a used hand drill. That's not a bad idea. What's your opinion on Greeno? Greenworks. I'm like, Greeno. Greenworks power tools. They're not bad tools. I think they're very overpriced. They are really entry-level kind of hand tools. They're big, they're clunky, they work, but if you have a warranty issue, are you gonna send them? There's no Greenworks store you can go to. You're gonna have to mail them back. You want to mail back every tool that has a problem.
Yes.
And they're just they sent me a set of their tools, like 4 or 5 of them. I tried them. I was not impressed with them, so I gave them to a friend who had no power tools and needed some. And he works with them, and he uses them around the house and says, hey, they're great. They work for him. How about that? And if you want some and you really like them, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to say bad things about your tools. That's just my opinion. He's for sure
saying bad things about your tools.
Saying bad things about your tools. The too many beatdowns for the bear. Mater says maybe Duncan and Griff could join me for the next GPS 180 in November.
What's
Ooh,
that?
I know, it sounds like fun.
Yeah, it does.
Especially since it's November, because I don't want to be there in Texas in August. Well,
Texas in August isn't as bad as Texas or Nevada in August.
Yeah, Mike says you have to look at frames of used dirt bikes. Yes, you do.
You could look at subframes, because the subframes could be like horribly messed up from someone doing wheelies and tail scraping the back end and then crashing them and cracking the subframe and ruining the bike.
And the swing arm and where it meets. That's the. Who makes the screw? Wait, I gotta move my mouse. Who makes that screwdriver? Which takes the normal Allen keys? Black & Decker. I think it's called their assembly screwdriver. If you look at my last deals of the week, there is a link in the video description to it. Randy says Blue Point service set or Tecton. 6 days a week and twice on Sunday. I've taken a look at Blue Point and at the other. What's the other brand that they talk about?
Idea.
But Tecton is far better stuff.
Seems sick.
What's that?
Mater said it's a 3-hour endurance race on mini bikes.
Oh, that sounds like a pretty cool time.
We need to go up to the Gambler 500. Take my Jeep up to the Gambler 500.
We're not. No.
Yeah, the Jeep is worth $500 on Kelly Blue Book.
But you're not going to thrash it out at the.
You don't. You just slowly crawl over the rocks. Yeah. I'm just saying.
It's the Jeep we're working on is supposed to be his daily driver for getting to school and going to work and stuff like that. He's like, I'm going to put a 7-inch lift on it and camber the tires.
4-inch. Well, actually, no, it is a 7-inch if you do 4-link. 4-link's expensive, though.
It's been about a month back in my old job making control panels now. It seems to be going well enough as far as I can tell. Congratulations, man. It's good you're back and you're in the swing of things and you're getting into that rhythm. That's good.
Oh, Frank.
Frank says, are your e-bikes good for big people? What brand is it? Let's see here. Some of them are, some of them aren't.
The E-Spin.
I would say most folding e-bikes, I'm not a fan of. I think the geometry's all messed up. It's all too small and compact. The pedals are small. The handlebars are narrower, so that they all fit and they fold up.
Oh, that one Rick has, like the HJM.
Well, I was going to say the HJM. If you look at the video that we have on that thing is an absolute tank. It's got oversized tires, but I wouldn't quite call them like huge fat tires. So you have a little bit extra cushioning, extra control. It's got front shocks. It's got a decent seat. Of course, it doesn't take much to get an aftermarket seat.
An aftermarket seat is definitely recommended because
Walmart's got a seat from Schwinn that's like this wide. It's huge.
It's awesome.
You can get that. and I don't know if I said it's like $20, and but that HGM is just it's a comfortable bike to ride. It's got the most power you can have, as is regulated in the states that regulate such things. Like 750 is usually the maximum wattage, and it's just reliable as all heck. We've had lots of other bikes have issues. We've had to tune up and fix and stuff. The HGM, they've crashed it
driven 500
so
miles.
many times. So many. It's got 500 miles on it.
500 miles on it, and that thing is still running.
And
perfectly.
it sits out. It gets rained on. It gets dust on it. It's got snow on it. It just runs. I'm going to be doing a video on like what my favorite choice of the different styles and e-bikes. And I can tell you right now that the number one e-bike is going to be that step-through design from HGM.
Yeah,
now,
they do offer the step-through.
Yeah.
I would recommend it because you don't have to swing your leg over at all. It's so much easier than...
Now, we do have one folding bike that is actually pretty decent. It's called eSpin, E-S-P-I-N.
It's a good one.
One thing I don't like is the one we got came with, it's got the cargo rack on the back and on the front. And the one on the front
that would mess you up so much.
mounts to the frame and not to the wheel or the forks. So when you turn, it doesn't turn. And if you follow the manual, the headlight mounts to the underside of that. So you turn going this way, and your frame, which is the big part you see, and your light are going that way. So you turn, and you feel that the sense in your head is, I'm still going this way. And so you don't lean in, and it just really, you catch on to it eventually, but the first day or two you're riding that bike completely throws you off.
Yeah, it took me about 10 hours to get used to that completely.
Yeah.
Until I can ride it good.
We took the light off of it and mounted it to the fender. You have to turn it sideways to clear it, but now the light swings when you turn. But that said, it's a incredibly well-made bike.
Yeah.
It's a good-looking bike, and it's got a good solid battery with it. That would definitely be our number 2, I think. All right, where do we go here? Blue Point service set, Tactin.
Under the Franklin, Linda Skidmore, and then...
Oh, there we go. Linda says, speaking of Stanley, Black & Decker owns Cub Cadet. Hustle. Is DeWalt going to pull back from the commercial mowers, and do you think they'll come out with zero-turn electric mowers? They just bought, and I don't remember the name of the company, they just bought somebody, I believe in Missouri, whose whole business is making zero-turn electric. They are definitely going electric and definitely going commercial with electric and zero turns. So, in fact, the CEO did a big thing saying that is the future and that they're going to be heavily investing in it. So, there's no doubt about it. Renegade's Garage says, my son just gave me a Milwaukee Fuel 18-volt half-inch impact with a stubby 3/8 impact. Oh, that's nice. That's a
nice.
Good son.
I'm broke.
Oh, Di's in the house. How you doing, Di? Says, hello, everyone. Can't stay long, but wanted to wish Griffin a happy birthday.
Griffin is going to have a happy birthday.
It's his birthday. He's Duncan, and Griffin's not here. She's probably joking, but anyway. Neil says, if you look back, any suggestions on growing a YouTube channel? Let me know. Struggling. I would say the key is be consistent. If you're going to post once a week, post once a week. If you say you're going to post 3 times a week, post 3 times a week. Make the content relevant. Don't make it just about stuff that you like. If your viewers are saying, hey, in fact, the reason I started covering Harbor Freight is because my viewers said, hey, cover Harbor Freight stuff. So I started covering Harbor Freight stuff. And, I went where my viewers asked. So it's listen to your viewers. Make good content, make it concise, and be consistent. If as I say, somebody once said that I was in a discussion in a YouTuber forum, and this guy tried to sound like he knew what he was talking about. He's like, it doesn't matter how many videos, just make good videos. You don't have to make, a lot of videos and stuff. That doesn't affect, he said, it makes no impact on how many views you get. And I'm like, that's ridiculous. It's like saying the fisherman who puts 10 lines in the water versus 1 line in the water. You don't know what people are going to bite on. My number 1 most viewed video that's got over 2 million views was a video that I'd often been thinking about, like, hey, I want to do this video about WD-40 because people use it for the wrong thing. But I never got around to do it. I wasn't inspired by it. And one day I was going to do this other video, and things didn't come together for it in time. So I'm like, I got to get something out. I'll do that video on WD-40. It took me an hour to do, threw it together last minute, and it's got 2 million views. So, yeah, you never know. You just got to put them out there. What are you doing?
Bowling.
Oh, Bella? Is that you? Come here.
Yep, she was stretching.
Come here. You want to say hi? Come on. Come on. Say hi to everyone. Come here. There she is. That's the hound. Oh, my gosh. Say hi to everyone. You saying hi? Look at him. Look at him. Ah! Not me. All right. Anyway.
Frank was asking, how long do the batteries last on the e-bikes? If you're going full throttle on, like, power mode 5, they're going to last you, like, half a day. But, what?
I'm just listening.
Oh.
You guys ride them more than I do. They ride them all the time.
But if you're on, like, power mode 3 and you're still going full throttle, you can do it for a whole day. And there's no real difference. And if you pedal, you can for sure get multiple days out of them. But I would just charge them every night.
Yeah, when you see an e-bike, oh my gosh, the dog is licking me. When you see an e-bike that says, hey, I get 20, 30, 50 miles.
That's not true.
No, it is.
Well, yeah.
On flat ground, in perfect conditions.
In a straight line.
In a straight line while doing pedal assist level 1. All right? The only one I would say that's different than that is that Velectric.
Well, that thing can go forever. If you charge that, it'll go forever.
For-
It's got good street tires. It's so light and stuff.
And it's got hard tires, so it
Yeah.
just rolls and rolls and rolls.
Oh, and then my bike can go forever if the rim doesn't give the inner tube a flat tire.
Yeah, there's that. Let's see here. Won't do it again in a hardtail frame. I wonder what he's talking about. Let's see here. The dentals, make sure you check for stolen dirt bikes too. I just had my Roxor Jeep stolen. Ooh, that sucks, dude. I am sorry. I'm a big fan of those Roxors.
Yeah.
I'm a big Jeep guy. I had my first CJ7 when I was 18. I've been a big fan of Jeeps. Now we're building his Jeep up. And when the Roxor came out, I was like, this is what farmers and people like out here have been looking for the longest time. And a lot of people around here have them. Man, that sucks. Zap says, Duncan, your ego is writing checks your body can't cash.
Yep.
Let's see here. Linda says maybe Stanley Black & Decker will have a Cub Cadet make a subcompact tractor. That would be cool. Right now, if I were in the market for a subcompact tractor, I would be looking at whatchamacallit? Kubota. Mike says, one more thing on masonry bits. I got a Warrior masonry bit from Harbor Freight for drilling some holes in cinder block. They do fine, but you could also check Northern Tool. That's good to hear. The bread has arrived, apparently. Cool. And that's the meth lab. That is the meth lab. She's feeling all mopey because mom's not home.
Yep.
All right, Kent says, extra mile custom creation. I just rode 35 miles on my Rad Rover 6 and used 90% of the battery. Rad Rover makes a fantastic bike. I think of them like the Toyota Camry of the e-bike world. They're not overpriced. They have all the features you want. I will say this: the one thing that really irks me, not Rad Rover, but we go into a lot of these bike shops. We've been around every time we travel. We go someplace, and they're all these very elitist bikes, and the ones and they all sell e-bikes these days, but they all sell like high-end $5,000 and more
e-bikes,
$5,000 and more e-bikes, and none of them have a throttle on them.
None.
And they're always like, well, we sell bikes for people who want fitness
active.
And who are active and stuff. And I'm like, I know tons of people who ride e-bikes and stuff that have a throttle and are active. The throttle is just an option. It's not a requirement. You still have the pedal assist. It's just like a snobby way to charge more money for stuff and act like I'm giving you less by charging you more or something. It's weird.
Yeah, the only one that doesn't have pedal assist that we haven't gotten yet is a Sur-On. And I think we need to get a Sur-On.
Yeah, if Sur-On's going to send us a $4,000 or $5,000 bike, you let me know. Sur-On, if you're listening, we'll be happy to... Actually, not Sur-On. Who's the other one we want to test out?
Talaria.
We want to test out Talaria.
Cool, yeah.
Kent says, Extra Mile Custom Creations. I just rode 35... I just read that one. Oh, my gosh. Linda says, it was excellent industries, Hustler, and big dog mowers. Hustler made the first zero turn in the 60s. Really? I didn't know that. The Kent says that he has videos on his channel. If you weigh 75 pounds, you're talking about the extra distance you'll get on.
Yeah.
Hardtail for life. I love
my hardtail.
Almost all of our e-bikes and our actual bikes are hardtail.
We don't. Well, no. We have my full sus. That's up here, and then the engine, which is also my full sus.
Full sus mountain bike, you mean? Like pedal bike, yeah.
Yeah. But my Avidar's amazing, but
that's his mountain bike that he's thrashed the snot out of. That's down in Vegas.
What are you gonna do? You crash sometimes, Dad.
Brad says, just get a table saw motor, a welder, and a Ryobi 40-volt inverter. We're talking about, I got a buddy, he's trying to convince me to scrap like all our e-bikes and take all the motors and batteries and make one giant like
quad by side
yeah
thing.
Let's see here. Yeah, $4,000 to $6,000 for those. There's a guy down in Boulder City I was talking to, and he just bought his bike, and he was trying to show it off to me, and I'm like, so no throttle? He's like, well, yeah, e-bikes don't have throttles, and I'm like, ours do. And the place he bought it from, and he was just some average guy, older guy. He was like a retired guy who wanted to get around Boulder City, which is a small town, but it's built on a slope. So a lot of people have e-bikes down there because it's a small town, but you need the e-bike for the extra oomph to get around. They didn't even tell him that getting an e-bike with a throttle was an option.
Yeah.
Gary says, how are we doing?
Pretty good.
Feeling like you're 16?
No. I just turned 12, Dad.
Ken says, I'd never ride an e-bike that didn't have a power hub.
Mid-drive is fun, though. Hub motors are nice, but mid-drive is better.
Can you do a throttle on a mid-drive?
The Sur-On.
I guess the Sur-On is a mid-drive with a... Yeah, so I guess you can. The Bader says, I did the GPS 180 on a hardtail. That was harder than on my tail than on the bike. I bet it was. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
3 hours on a hardtail mini bike.
Well, you're talking...
That'll rattle your can, man.
I guess I'm doing bootleg, but I'm doing it going up
and you're standing up.
Yeah, and I'm standing up. I'm not doing...
The
bootleg's fun.
Yeah.
Though.
Neil says, coolest thing I made in high school is a zero-turn go-kart with 2 string trimmer motors.
That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. Brett says, $4,000 to $6,000. Yeah, no, I can buy a 1990 F250 4x4 that runs and drives with no rust for that.
Not up here.
Yeah. Good luck up here. If you can, Dent, where you're at, I will buy all of them and ship them up here, man.
Yeah, if anyone has an OBS Ford they want to sell me.
You get he's addicted to our friend's 70s. If you saw the video of him doing driving the stick, he wants one of those now. Actually, we're thinking about getting one. That'd be good I need an around town truck because I don't like driving my big diesel to run to the corner store and back.
You mean because it's $1 billion to fill up?
Well, it's hard on the diesel too, doing short runs. For the diesel, you need to bring it up to working temperature. And if you just do that, you're going to build up carbon and stuff in it. Mike says, I've seen e-bikes here and there in my town, but I've seen lots of e-scooters with the city of Knoxville, Tennessee. Scooter, I will admit, I do like the idea of scooters. Oh my gosh. Eleanor, we go to this bike shop over in Manhattan. It's called Different Strokes. Check it out.
That thing is awesome.
And if you do, check it out. Different Strokes in Manhattan.
They're on YouTube, too.
Yeah, they do have a YouTube channel. But anyway, if you check them out, tell them that the Den of Tools sent you. Anyway, they had, so we go in there. The kids have all decided they want a dirt bike. We walk in, and my daughter, who is the contrarian of all contrarians, who
Emo.
used to absolutely love everything pink and princessy, now is like, no, I don't like pink. It's too girly. There is a big pink two-seater scooter, and she's absolutely in love with it.
She wants it. She actually wants any scooter, really. We went to a Honda dealership.
Yeah, but there was a whole bunch of scooters lined up, and I'm like, what about this one? What about this one? No, I want the pink one. I want the pink one. It's pretty. And she's like, Daddy, buy it for me. Then I had to inform her that you have to be 16 to drive a scooter in Montana.
Not a moped, though.
Not a moped.
I'll spray paint her moped pink for $50.
I'm not getting her a moped. We got e-bikes. They go as fast as a moped.
Yeah, but if Eleanor buys a moped, then I can make money off of her by spray painting it and doing maintenance on it. Just saying. Money opportunities. Everywhere.
Oh my gosh. Mike says, I've seen e-bikes here and there in my town. Oh, that's what I just read. Mark says, oh, KC tool of the day. Wear a large Joker. $34.99 down from $82. That's a pretty good price.
Wow.
Mike says, I think they're made by Segway.
Yeah, Suron is made by Segway. What?
I thought Segway just OEM'd from Suron.
Oh, yeah, no, you have it right. Yeah, my bad. Because on the Segways on the rear swing arm, it says made by Suron.
They do a version of the Suron called the Segway.
X260, the 160's
and
got
and it's actually a step down from the actual Suron.
Yeah, because you can't unlock it by doing the wire snap. You have to have an app on your phone, and there's a bunch of other stuff, and it's just not as good. And they're the same. They're actually more expensive, so just buy a Suron.
Kent says, didn't think mid-drives have throttles. I don't think most of them do. The Suron that he's talking about is less e-bike and more electric dirt bike.
Yeah, I know. Well, if we're talking electric dirt bikes and mid-drives, Stark Varg, which is the brand new $10,000 one. All e-dirt bikes that are mid-drives have throttles.
Boy, if you want to see a cool one, look up Volcon.
That's a cool... Yeah, that is a cool
That is... It's a fat tire around the farm dirt bike, electric dirt bike. That is awesome. All right. Neil says, Super Duties are expensive grocery getters. That's for sure. Almost makes sense for me to get a second vehicle. Exactly. Yeah. Basically, what I want to do is I want to keep the truck for long distance trips and hauling and towing and stuff like that. We've got the Suburban for traveling with everybody. And what I'd really like to get is I'd like to get like a CJ or a YJ or some small gas around town kind of thing. Get a two-door.
I want to get another 1500.
Two-door. I wouldn't mind getting a 1500 with a short bed, two-door only, like something kind of retro. Slam it. No,
that'd be fun. Yeah.
I'm kidding about slamming it.
No, my friends.
If we were in Vegas, maybe, but we got snow up here.
You're not up here for the snow.
I am for some of it.
You're not.
You never know when it's going to snow around here. Green Mountain e-bikes in Washington State. Cool dude, cool shop. That sounds awesome.
Nice.
Linda says, did you see where Still bought a stake in Greenworks? I think 13% or so. Looks like a takeover. Sounds like a takeover. I didn't know if it were Greenworks and Greenworks commercial. That'll be interesting. Barbecue 76, $2 super chat says, testing. It looks like the test came through. How you doing, man? Neil says, you're talking to Brad. Gary says, good luck finding vehicles cheap anymore. Oh, my gosh.
That's true. Can't find a cheap dirt bike, cheap truck, nothing.
Yeah, it is. It's real bad. Everything's expensive. The local grocery store has empty shelves. Tons of empty shelves. And that's in Albertsons. Gary says, good luck finding... I just read that. Mater says, Crystal says, gotta love siblings. She's one of 4 with 4 step-siblings. Oh, my gosh. Ooh. Man, Mike says, what I'm referring to as a scooter are those things that look like skateboards with handlebars.
I've seen that.
We have 2 of those. The e-scooters.
No, I thought he was talking about the skateboards where like the actual deck moves, and you have handlebars coming out the front. So you have the deck like this, and you move it while the handlebars stay stable. Just saying.
Let me do this. So we've got, and I'm doing a video on this. Is it this one?
Bring up the anyhow.
I'll bring up that one. So we've got.
But they don't have the antenna listed. Oh, there it is.
Is it this one?
Yep.
Okay. So Turbo Amp, which was the first company to send us an e-bike, just sent us that. And then another company called Anyhill just sent us one. Is that the kind of scooter you're talking about? Barbecue 76 says, you decided to grace us with your presence this Sunday. I'm busy, but I will mess with you the best I can. Also, Chaka loves Ryabi. Oh, nice arm crank. Talking about you there. $5.76. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Let's see here. The 15-minute drive. Mike asks, it means Razor scooters.
Yeah.
Mike says 4x4 S10 4-door.
Well, might as well just get a UTV at that point.
Well, Furrow Craftsman says the bear needs a Japanese Kai car mini truck. They even have. There's one in town for sale.
There is, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you guys can super chat up enough money, we'll go buy it. I have no idea how much they're asking for it.
I think it's like as much as a dirt bike.
I don't think I could fit in one of those things. They are tiny. They're cute. They're cool. You can drive ATVs and side-by-sides on the street here. What really bugs me is they don't let you drive golf carts.
Yep. Well, I drove one around, like, right past a cop, and he didn't care.
Not here.
Yes, here.
Where?
I went to go get gas for Dave.
That was during the parade.
Yeah.
Oh, all rules go out the door during the parade.
I drove right past a cop.
Oh my gosh, they're more.
I'm black.
And you're black. Don't tell him. He's not quite sure about that. Brett says there's a few free Ford Rangers around here. Can't promise they have floors though. Yeah, that face.
I don't
right
care
there.
if they have floors. The amount of upgrades and four-link suspension.
He loves Ford Rangers.
It's because they're the most used, like, chassis for pre-runners.
I thought Toyotas were.
Well, the Ford Ranger's been around. Wait, has it?
Yeah, it has.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Ooh, an OBS body style Ford Ranger.
Oh my gosh. Second Chance says happy birthday.
Thank you.
Kill King 10 says evening. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, everyone. Oh, let's see here. What else we got going on here? I think for those of you who got here late, we've got the new brushless Bauer in the house. Harbor Freight did send this to us. They sent some of the 5 amp hour batteries. They also sent me the turnbuckle shackle for the what's that? The Apex winch. They didn't send me the winch, just the shackle for it. The turnbuckle.
You don't need a winch. Who needs a winch?
And what else did they send me? I don't remember what else. Oh, they sent me the scissors. They're new electricals, the Quinn electrical scissors, so we're going to be testing those out. So anyway, stay tuned for this week. We're going to be doing videos on all that stuff. Oh, maybe not the turnbuckle. I don't know. I got to find a use for that.
Well, they're in the bed.
I can tell you, come hunting season, I'll have a use for it.
What?
Turnbuckle.
You don't get deer.
Oh.
You miss your shot.
You missed your shot last year, too.
My shot was up a hill in a lot of wind. Just saying.
Let's see here. Speaking of Ford Rangers, I have a 2007 one. I'm putting a 460 in. Oh, my gosh.
Jeez. Predator swap a Ford Ranger?
Oh, jeez. We missed out. There was a guy selling one of those big mini bikes, the Bajas. I wanted to get that.
We didn't miss out.
We did. He was asking $450. It was a great deal. We should have bought it and done a Predator swap on it. Put in the new Ghost engine, see what it could do.
Why don't you have Harbor Freight send you one?
A mini bike?
No, a Ghost. Well, yeah. Actually, both.
Yeah. Do you know if 80 volt in Hart ZT is similar to Suitcase 40 volt in Ryobi? I don't know for a fact, but I've looked at them and they look like they are identical. And the specs I read were identical. My guess is they are exactly the same. You're talking about the Suitcase batteries that are in the riding mowers. And my I don't have insider information, but I did catch some cells in the footage to be able to isolate them and look at them, and they look identical, and the specs I saw on them were identical. Let's see here. Winches are useful. So are winches. Very useful. I could use one. I'm thirsty. Grab me the soda, will you? Thank you. Yeah. Semi-turbo included. Sounds like the young pup needs to practice.
No, I need a turbo.
He needs lots of practice. Electrical scissors. Yeah, if you they're scissors for people who do electrical repair kind of stuff, or for electricians who do they got like little stripping things on them so you can snip, cut, strip, that kind of stuff. Mike says mid-70s Ford Couriers, though, up to the 2000 Ford Rangers, are really just basically rebadged Mazda pickups. I thought it was the other way around. I thought the Mazdas were rebadged. This is warm.
So was the other one.
Get the one in the fridge.
I thought there wasn't one
Oh
in the
my!
fridge.
Put that one in the fridge. Get the one in the fridge.
The one in the fridge.
Chop chop.
Chip chop.
Don't make me tell you you're adopted.
Wow.
He's not adopted. That's funny. That's one of my favorite jokes. I get people come up and they're like, "Is he adopted?" I'm like, "No, I made him myself." Like that's what you get for asking. Let's see here. Speaking of Ryobi, have you seen the new stick vacs and saws? Yes, I have. They look pretty cool. What are your thoughts on Harbor Freight new car batteries? I have not seen this. They have
Harbor Freight's
car batteries? Give me my cup.
Oh my god.
Come on, give me the whole dang bottle.
Why aren't you prepared for this?
LOL, that was cold. Why are not?
Where is your cup?
Where is my cup?
You lost
I
your
keep
cup.
forgetting I've got this. I should probably, Gear Wrench did send this to me. And one of these days, I'm going to open this and do a video on it. Because I'm always talking about the DeWalt bit packs and stuff. So, and this is got extraction. Isn't it down there on the ground or around there? Did I leave it in the car?
Yeah. No, you left it outside. I'll go get it.
I left it outside. Thank you.
Yep.
I left it out next to the Jeep we were working on. After the Courier pickup, the Mazda pickup was a Ranger. So the Courier was a rebadged Mazda, and the Mazda was a rebadged Ranger. Because I know the Mazda E100 or whatever that pickup was I was always told it was a Ranger. And then they even had an SUV for a short time that was basically just the early whatchamacallit, Explorer. And a friend, if you saw the video the other day, where's my phone?
Right here.
The video the other day I did with him driving. My buddy has a Courier. And he drives it around town as his beater. And he just painted it
Red.
orange.
Red.
It's orange.
Callie told me it was red.
Callie's colorblind too.
Guys, if you think it's red, put a thumbs up in the chat.
You don't know. No, I think he already moved it by the time we started doing pictures. Because you can only see the Sebring. I'll have to get you a picture of it. But he's got a little Courier that he drives around all the place. He loves it.
Ever see crew cab Rangers from Mexico?
No, but that'd be cool. I would love that. See, I'm always jealous. So, my buddy Dave in town, he's fit. He's not like tiny, weak kind of tiny, but he's a smaller dude. But that lets him drive all what I consider like the fun cars. Like he's got a collection of MGs that's awesome, and he could drive that Courier everywhere. There's no way, even when I was in shape, I could fit in an MG. What is your deal?
You're gonna make it explode.
I didn't make it explode.
And look, now you have room to pour it. You have to pour it in a straight line. You can't let it...
Can't let it do that? Why?
Yes, because that makes it have more foam.
And what does that do when it has more foam?
It decarbonates it.
I like it when it's
carbonated.
less carbonated.
Yeah, because you're weird.
So I do that on purpose.
He is weird, guys.
All right.
If you guys have any dirt bike suggestions for a like 4'10" kid up to a 6'2" kid, like dirt bikes that'll fit both those people,
Yeah.
you should send suggestions.
YouTube. Now would be a great time to insert an ad. While I was drinking, I guess it would have been a great time. And notice I stopped talking for a bit. So it's like, insert an ad. Calm down, YouTube. Calm down.
July 10th is the best? No, July 8th is the best birthday.
Let's see. Yeah, his birthday isn't actually today. It was
2 days ago, Dad.
Friday or Saturday? Yeah, Friday.
Friday.
I was trying to do the math.
Oh, Lord.
Cedar Hill Productions live from the third oldest house in Montana.
Yep.
And let's see here. Hopefully you got rain up in Montana. Here in Colorado, we're bone dry. We had floods. We had so much rain. It was bad. So we got plenty of rain this year.
Didn't get the temperature down at all, though. What?
Well, you mean there?
No, here.
What are you talking about? The temperature's been mild.
No. It's been like 90s.
Like a couple days.
You're going to see.
Anyway. Could be Chinese red. It's kind of orange. It's the red that always reminds me of the red orange always reminds me of the old Toyotas. Mark says the old Frontiers would last forever. Well, this one certainly did. Could get an Isuzu Trooper from the 90s too. I used to have one of those. The square body ones, that thing was rock solid until somebody hit it.
John's touchpad says that gas in SC is down to $3.92.
Wow.
Cheap.
It's still almost $6 here, so.
$5.85, I think.
For diesel.
Something like that. Yeah, for diesel.
About $1 less for regular. It hasn't changed. They're talking about, it's dropped 20 cents in the past. It has not changed here. So they can sit there and they can talk about, like, cherry pick all the numbers they want. It has not changed here.
Ford Courier was a rebranded.
The Fred says, sorry I'm late. Had to water
the veggies.
the veggies and flowers. And Kill King says, just go and try dirt bikes out, in particular reliable Toyotas. Toyota made dirt bikes that sold in the U.S.? Mater's Workshop says the Ford Courier was a rebranded Mazda to be sold in the U.S. The Chevy Love was an Isuzu. I should know since I worked in a Japanese garage. Wow. Benjamin says, Ben from Harrisburg, PA. Anakin Simpson says, give us a house tour. Well, this is the house. That's the front door. Well, there's a, whatchamacallit?
Secondary front door.
Yeah, it's the, what do you call it? The entryway or whatever.
I have no idea.
Then that's one of the bedrooms, kid's bedroom and giant closet area. Bathroom is right there. My room is right over there. The kitchen's over there. Back porch is right behind you. Maybe I'll give you a view outside the back.
Whoa, whoa, okay.
I'm knocking so far. That's Steve. Say hi, Steve. That's the office with a huge mess. That's stuff we've been pulling out of the office. There you can see out the back.
Can't really see.
Yeah.
The exposure.
That's what you get. And that's,
don't get upset.
Where is it? There's the skylight.
Super quick house tour.
It's a 140-year-old house.
It's our big mansion.
It has issues. Our big mansion.
Yep.
There we go. You gotta lean back in camera for people to see you.
I'm reading the chats.
You have it in front of you.
Yeah, but okay, Dad, sorry.
He's got his cell phone here with the chats on it right in front of him. He's leaning over around the camera trying to read the stuff on my screen. Toyota 22 RE Unstoppable proved on Top Gear. $4.95 for gas here in Colorado. Mark says, I hear the premium fuel in Montana is ethanol free.
It is, yes, it is.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Because Dave, that's what Dave buys for all his vehicles.
Yeah. Sorry, I drive the diesel truck, so I don't pay attention to anything other than diesel. So, the Kilkenny, some companies even rebadge like Kawasaki and many other Japanese companies just steer clear of European dirt bikes. But KTMs are so pretty.
Yeah, I love KTMs and Husqvarnas. They're all beautiful.
I laugh every time I see a Husqvarna because I'm like, it's a chainsaw on two wheels. For Craftsman says 392 here in Dallas Fort Worth. We ran Suzuki, Honda, and Yamaha bikes. Now that he's grown up and he has kids, running KTM, which is a far better bike in my opinion. Brett says we have Honda dirt bikes here in NS. That seems pretty good. And Benjamin says European dirt bikes pull to the left. Mike says I can relate to using my Dodge 3500 for grocery runs, but my options are my truck or an '04 Dodge Neon. Neons aren't made to fit my 6-foot tall, 275-pound men very easily. Anakin says, how do you animate the bear? Usually picnic baskets. He'll take those. Hikers. He'll work for hikers. What else? Diet Coke. He works for Diet Coke.
He loves Diet Coke.
Yeah. And monsters sometimes. The Benjamin says KTM hydraulic clutch. Yes. Fred says yesterday it was 105. Today in Colorado it was 106. Broke a record both days. Bear, have a question for you. I know you're thinking about getting a welding. I'm thinking about getting a welding unit. I know I get a 240 unit, but what kind? MIG, TIG? It's for DIY. MIG.
Where are you reading that?
I jumped down to his next comment down there. Go MIG. MIG. If you're going to do DIY basic stuff, MIG is super, super easy to do. TIG is awesome, and it's a very pretty weld when you get good at it. But for basic DIY kind of stuff, there's no reason to go TIG. MIG will do almost everything you need. It's like the hot glue gun of welding. It's super easy and it does a fine job. Let's see here.
Bullwinkle's asking if the Icon box is expensive. My electrician came over in his Toyota Tundra hybrid, $101,000. It says 55 miles to gallon. Or 55 to 60 miles per gallon.
What?
Grammar?
Toyota Tundra hybrid was 100. First of all, I didn't know they did a Tundra hybrid. Yeah, second of all, 101,000 for 101,000. I can get myself a Ram.
You can get a
Longhorn
5,500 for that.
The Laramie Longhorn dually, top of the line for 95. It is 50.
Yeah, but that's not going to get 55 or 60.
I'll have money left over to pay for the gas.
$5,000 is only going to last you like 100 refills.
I know. I like electric vehicles. Don't get me wrong. That's just a lot of money. What was it?
Speaking of electric vehicles, I have a question for everybody who rides dirt bikes or who has ridden dirt bikes. Would you buy a brand new CRF 450, like one of the race bikes? Or would you buy the new Stark Varg, which is the electric one?
This crowd's probably going to say the 450.
Yeah, but electric, you just plug and play. I'm just saying.
They are. I love the electric ones. They're just expensive.
You have all the... No, but they're the same price.
Are they really?
Yeah, a brand new race bike 450...
Can a Stark Varg keep up with a 450?
It's faster.
Really?
Yes. They have 80-mile-an-hour tunes for that thing.
Then I would buy that. The bear is real. Jeff is animated. That's true.
I can't even touch him.
It just goes right through me. Let's see here. Well, I skipped some questions. No, they're talking to each other about him. The bears. Okay, so we're good. And where was I? Industrial hot glue. That's exactly what it is, isn't it? Prove me wrong.
I haven't used MIG, so
yeah.
I need to though. I'm telling you, we should have got.
As soon as we get, I've been promising him we're going to do a bunch of welding stuff.
We drove right past the storage unit with all of our welders in it, and we didn't stop. I'm just saying.
It's a block away. We can pick them up at any time. We don't have any metal to weld currently here, and I don't have any argon.
And?
Yeah. Dave said he's got a whole pile of scrap metal out in the barn.
So there is metal we could use.
That's not here.
But you chose not to go get it.
I'm going to choose not to listen to you. The Frigioli says gas all the way. Anakin says, seriously though, how do you make the bear look like it's talking? We don't talk about how we do the bear, but I can tell you that it's facial recognition mocap. Cedar Hill Productions says, happy birthday, young man. I built a Duncan barbecue grill on my 16th birthday.
Ooh. It's pretty sick.
We barbecued on his birthday. Gasoline all the way. Benjamin says 450s are definitely sweet and throaty, but as someone who rides with a group, it's scary riding, not being heard. Also, how boring would Supercross be listening to gravity and gears turning?
Yeah, I get that, but like, it's gonna happen eventually.
It's gonna happen. It's happening in other races and such.
Why not just like get it now?
And be on that cusp. And what I've seen from people who ride with a group is a lot of use of the horn to let people know you're coming up behind them.
A lot of enduro who like electrics that race enduro, that horn is used a lot.
A lot. Kill King says avoid the electric battery pack replacements are crazy expensive even for electric cars right now. Repairs are much more expensive due to the lack of experienced mechanics. Well, the point here is that he's going to be doing all that stuff and learning to build it himself. Frigoli says, I really like you too in the chat. Thank you. I like having him in the chat too when he joins us.
He's okay.
It's too bad he's not going to see 17. Benjamin says, boo. Ah! Neil says, if you ever in the Salt Lake area, feel free to reach out with Duncan for some welding and even machine shop work. I'm always glad to pass on what I know. We're in Salt Lake City area 4 or 5 times a year, 4 or 6 times, because it's always twice. Because we go back and forth from here to Vegas at least twice a year. So that's 4 times going through the area at minimum.
Yeah.
Sometimes 6, sometimes 8. We'll be going through. Well, you won't be going. You're going to be flying back because for school, and then I'm going to be driving through in October.
Yeah.
So.
And then I'll drive back with you at the end of school.
Well, you might drive back for the holidays. Come up here for hunting season.
Oh, and if I have my license by then, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying. Driving on my own.
Ned says, I'm waiting for solar panels to improve before looking at an EV. Charging it myself would be awesome. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Being completely energy independent. Bullwinker says, P.S. Did I mention that we are in Southern California? There are no fillets or hardly any trucks on a lot. Fillets?
Filet mignon.
Oh. Yeah, there's no trucks on any lots because SoCal's where we always go to look at stuff. They're like, if you want to buy a vehicle, you go to SoCal. Frank says, the EVs don't impress me as I never buy new vehicles and nobody recommends buying a used EV. I did buy a used EV. When I was working in the Bay Area and living in the Central Valley, I bought a used a used Hyundai Sonata hybrid.
That's not an EV. That's a hybrid.
That's true. That was a hybrid.
A full EV is like your Chevy Volt.
Apparently, the Chevy Volt.
Is it not full EV?
No, the Volt is EV. The Bolt is the other one. I don't remember. I think it was the Bolt.
One of those two.
Yeah. Anyway, apparently the Bolt you could do a hack on and make it like super fast.
Drag car?
No, I don't know if it was quite that fast, but anyway, Brad says here the Ford dealership has a 74 F350 with 460 on the lot.
That's
nice.
Cool.
Mark Olson, Nissan Leaf is cool. Mark, I'm going to be honest with you. You are the first person I've ever heard say those words in the same sentence.
Yep. Unless you lift it. A lifted Nissan Leaf. That'd be pretty cool.
Unless somebody saw it in the winter and they're like, wow, that Nissan Leaf over there is cool. No, it's cold. Sorry, dad humor there.
Killing King 110. Unless you're experienced in electrical, you can easily hurt yourself in battery packs due to voltage. No, a lot of the companies are making it just plug and play at this point.
Unless you're building your own.
Yeah, unless you're like...
Which we'd like to do.
That would be cool, but that's a lot of work.
Speaking of which, you can buy super cheap battery welding units, spot welders, on Amazon these days. They just basically provide you a circuit board and the electrodes, and you you solder on a few components and hook it up to a LiPo battery pack, and you're like, zip, 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 just going.
A lot of this stuff is plug and play with minimal work required, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Fred says the MIG welder is easy to teach yourself. Yes.
It is?
Yes, it is. I'm not an expert, and I have taught myself some welding, and then we had our neighbor who showed me some stuff. And he was a professional, or is a professional welder.
When?
So when we lived in California.
Oh. When I was small.
Yes, when you were tiny.
Tiny.
He is not, there's some kids, like Eleanor is like, oh, I remember the day I was born and blah, blah. Claims she remembers everything.
I can't remember what I ate for lunch yesterday.
There was an unfortunate incident many years ago here in town.
You didn't sign an NDA, did you, Dad?
I did not. And a friend of his was biking in town and was hit by a car. And recently, there was a lawsuit that was brought regarding that, and they had us come in to do a deposition. And Duncan's the defending attorney is asking him all these questions and stuff. And Duncan's like, I don't remember that. Well, what were you doing on that day? Are you sure you weren't doing this? He's like, I don't remember.
It was 3 years ago. I'm like,
he's not a clue. Let's see here. Benjamin says, hey, Bear, looking for a contractor-sized table saw for my small shop.
Isn't the
where'd it go?
one pretty good?
Any ideas on the better of the bunch? Contractor. Well, okay, so a contractor table saw is just slightly smaller than a, whatchamacallit?
Job site?
No, than a full cabinet saw.
Oh, that's true. Job site's the smallest.
Job site is this. Did you mean job site table saw, or did you actually mean contractor? Because the contractor saw, the best one going around is the Delta or the Rigid.
Yeah, those are both really nice.
Yeah, the one. In fact, I've got one. If you're in the area, I'll give you a great price on it. It's too big for the area we have. So I'm going down to a folding job site saw. Not a compact. I'm not a fan of compact table saws unless you're on a job site ripping lumber, because that's all they're really good for. Can you do things with them? Can you do other stuff? Sure. And you could build it into a bench, and you can modify a bunch of tools. But for something just to sit down and use, they're not great. Matthew says, Den Tools, I've been on most dirt bikes, but never an electric. Would love to try it. There's a guy in town here who's got a Suron. We're trying to chase him down and see if we can do a video with him. That'll be fantastic.
My friend's got a Suron that I've ridden once, I think. And that thing's fun. That thing's a lot of fun.
Let's see here. For Christmas, talking to Fred. Fred says, for a MIG welder, go with 240, not 120. I would go with 240 if you can. Anytime you can, I would go with 240. The welders we have, I've got 3 welders that will run on 110. The MIG TIG welder, it will do 110 or 240. And I've got a plasma cutter that'll do 110 or 240. And for the stuff, it all depends on the thickness of the metal that you're running with. We only have 110 electrical here, but I've got a generator that'll do 220. So if I need to do 220, I can fire up the generator. The Barry in Georgia says, like my friend said, I remember the day I was born, nobody but me and my daddy. Bullwinkle says, sorry, I meant those, not dualies. Typos. Okay. I drive a 2018 Chevy diesel, 2500, train horn, airbags, good to go, 70,000 when I bought it new. I would love to have a dually. And when we bought our 3500, I wanted to get a dually, but the reality is we didn't need one. We didn't need one, and we live on a small dirt road.
Super big. They just parked their Class C on it.
That's a small Class C, and it's barely able to get. Our neighbors on the way, their in-laws are in town, and they parked their Class C on the road with their slide out. And it's a tiny road, so it's hard enough to get past. Anyway, the getting a dually on this road would have just been a nightmare. So
Yeah.
And we don't. And the other thing is, dualies are not as good in the snow,
I know.
and we have to deal with snow.
Barely. What? You're a snowbird.
Grinder Man, what's your profession before YouTube? Oh my gosh, we're doing this again.
Well, I'm unemployed.
So let's see here. I'm in my mid-50s at this point. So back in the dark ages,
You rode dinosaurs.
I rode dinosaurs, and I got started doing construction. Actually, in high school, my last year in high school during the summer, I did whatchamacallit?
I don't know.
Landscaping down in Kentucky and northern Ohio, and then after that I got into doing construction and did construction for about 10 years, and then mixed that in towards the end. I transitioned over into doing low voltage electrical, mostly running Cat 5, Cat 6, and fiber, building out server rooms. That I learned computers on the side while I was doing that, taught myself networking stuff. Got recruited out to Silicon Valley for that, doing networking and building server rooms, and that eventually got me into management. And then I was chief operating officer for a tech firm. We did software and consulting on manufacturing, and then I had started YouTube as a hobby because we bought our first house in California, and was fixing and working on that and buying tools, setting up a shop for all that, and got burned out on Silicon Valley, and decided to do the YouTube thing. So, and now we're back here at our house in Montana, which is the oldest house in the county, third or fourth oldest in the state, and we're fixing this up and doing other stuff. Let's see here.
Okay, this is present times now. We're not in the 1500s
Yeah.
anymore.
Just forgot where it was. There we go. Benjamin says, I'm working on a 24x18 shop, and I have a kitchen rebuild to do, downsized from my Grizzly cabinet saw at my old place. Well, if you're doing that kind of work, you definitely want as big a saw as you can get. Thing is, though, if going to a contractor saw, I mean, the size of the table is going to be the same. The one thing I'll say about the Delta or the Rigid, we have the Rigid version. They're the same saw, made by the same company. Is that if you've got a good flat floor, they float when you pop the pedal down. They just float across that floor, and they're super easy to move. Other than that, I would look at, if you want something even smaller than that, the Metabo HPT. Folding miter or folding table saw. That's a great saw. Do you remember that Sears and Roebuck used to sell motorcycles? Not sure if they made off-road. I bought his first two mini bikes at a Sears. So they used to sell all sorts of stuff like that. Mike says, Jet Tools, as far as battery welder, I guess you could go cheap, pull a McGuire, and use a couple of wires and a 24-volt truck battery. You could do that. Brett says, my welding skills don't exist. Well, that's what they say. A grinder and paint make you the welder you ain't. Benjamin King says, or Killinger. There we go. I'm mixing Kill King 10 and Killinger. What is your problem over there? Hold on. He says there's something. I look. Whoa. Liberties! Oh my gosh. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
I didn't tell you all, and this really sucks. No, it doesn't. I told him that any super chats we got today would go towards his birthday fund, which means it's going to go towards his motorcycle fund. So, Liberties, you just made his birthday, and Motorcycling Dreams, thank you so much. That was awesome.
Yeah.
You're a rock star. And anyway, and you gotta love the name, Liberties. Anyway, sorry, I'm about to start waxing on politics again, and I need to not do that. I need to start a political channel just so I can vent, because these days I am losing my mind. It's just going a little bit crazy. Anyway,
That's crazy.
That is. Let me get back. Thank you so much. You got me completely off my agenda here. So, makes it easy to teach yourself. We already read that part. The stationary table saw. There we go. I'm pretty sure my neighbor has an infinite supply of money. He drives 93 International. Duke. Oh my gosh. 95 Dodge 350 with a flat deck. We got some people around here like that. That is just...
I mean, the dude sitting in his yard with like a 10-inch lift on like 30, not even 30s, they're like 27.
There's a guy around here with a classic,
tires.
What I would call, I'm not even sure what it is. It's an International Harvester pickup truck, but it's like what you would call like a F650. And he's apparently had two of them because he hacked one of them and made it into a 4-door.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And it's got stand-up pipes, and it's got that what do they call that patina? The patina look, like it's rusted. And he's sanded it down and clear coated it, and oh my god, rat rod kind of patina. It is fabulous. Sear. We talked about Sears.
Red says, to be fair, he does own a sawmill.
Oh, that'd be nice. I would love. I've had fantasies about setting up a sawmill here in Livingston. All the other little towns around here have their local sawmills and stuff.
Yeah.
Bullwinkle says, love my new General 34-inch tool cart. It's a heavy beast. Can't believe this caster suit. You're gonna, you know how I feel about you playing with tape measures. You're gonna give me. I got on the job. I got so many nasty cuts from tape measures. I have almost a phobia of them anymore. I got cut to the bone.
You have a phobia of spiders,
couple times.
Dad.
I don't have a phobia of spiders. I just hate spiders.
I hate spiders. That's a phobia.
And there's one right there. You see him?
Oh, he's right there.
Right there. See, I'm not afraid of him like you are.
I'm not scared of him.
Like the hornet that tried to murder our entire family the other day.
No, that hornet.
Okay.
We might need to move out of this house if it comes back.
Time out. We're going to get back to the comments here in a second. But this hornet, oh my gosh. So it's me and the 3 kids. We're sitting there at home, and I look down. The dog's on her dog bed.
The dog doesn't care.
Being the little princess Labrador that she is. And she's sitting there. She's like being all cute and just snuggling and stuff. And I look over on the other side, and there's a hornet about yay big.
Okay, it wasn't that big. It was like this big, which is still big for a hornet.
I could probably still dig it out of the trash
if
it's still in there. So I'm like, and I'm barefoot. I'm sitting back. I'm like, Duncan, step on the hornet. I don't want to move because if I move, the dog instantly wakes up. She's like, oh, Dad's going somewhere. I have to go. So I can't move. So I'm like, Duncan, get up, put on your shoe, and step on that thing. He's like, what are you talking about? Oh my gosh. And the thing was huge. We get hornets around this thing bigger than any hornet we've ever seen. Big fat bugger. And so he goes and he steps on it. But it's Eleanor coming home.
Oh, like, jeez. I'm like, oh my god.
I'm like, the hornet's coming for us.
Why are you home?
Well, I won't be if you guys let me go to sleep all night.
Come here. Hi.
Hi. Ow.
How are you doing?
Good.
What is all over your arm?
Dude, what happened to your arm?
I go like...
Hey, Elle.
Yeah?
I just showed her Liberty's super chat, so.
Thank you, Liberties, again.
Yes.
Or Miss Liberty, I don't know your name.
Yeah.
Liberties.
Anyway, I'm telling them the hornet story. So, remember the hornet that tried to murder us?
It's a zombie hornet.
So, yeah, zombie hornet. So Duncan steps on it. But it's on the dog's... Are you okay, dog?
She's digging up the carpet.
On the dog's bed. I'm giving her issues thinking about this thing. The dog's bed is about this thick. So it squishes down. And the hornet's fine. And it tries to get up and fly. So he stomps on it again.
Fred Hill says that was a killer hornet.
I don't know what it was. He stepped on it 5 times, and I think all he managed to do was make it
break a leg, if that.
Dizzy or something, like injured a wing or something, because it's sitting there still trying to go.
Dude was in the gym for sure.
So then he hit it with, then he gets it off the dog bed and whacks it with the shoe, and we're like, and it just lays there. Okay, it's dead. He grabs it with some grabbers we have. I don't know where they're at. The grabber thing. It's like pickers kind of thing. He grabs it with that, throws it in the trash can. We're like, okay, done. And I'm like, watch that thing climb out of there and come and get us. 15 minutes later, we all seem to look over at the same time and climbing out like a zombie Jason
Like,
Hornet.
not even flying. Like, it climbed up the, like, I don't even know how to describe, like, the walls of the trash can. It's climbing, it's like the pits of hell.
It gets to the top and it looks around at all of us. And I'm like, Duncan, kill it. He grabs the book and smashes it. He pulls the book away. There's no hornet. It's gone. It's just disappeared.
We rooted through the
we
trash.
We took everything out of the trash. No hornet. We're like, it must have gotten knocked across there. 5 minutes later, 10 minutes later, we find it in his shoe. And it's still alive in his shoe. I'm like, fine, give it to me. I take it, I shake it around with the shoe, I knock it on the ground, and this time I'm not taking any chances, and I take the edge of the shoe, and I stomp its little head.
The crunch, though.
The crunch was horrible.
It popped like a... Yeah, anyway. It was, and we think now that it is actually gone. Because like any
Hopefully.
zombie, you have to take out the head. So, zombie hornets are a thing. They're real. Watch out. Anyway, that was our excitement for the weekend.
Benjamin Killinger
Had
says
to
that
share.
this is the rare sighting of a teenage girl, and we must not scare it off.
No, you already scared me off enough. Thanks.
Are your
Why?
nails painted?
Yeah, Evelyn wanted to do it.
Who did?
Evelyn.
What color are they?
Maggie, all of them.
All of them. Oh my gosh.
Maggie's little sister wanted to do my nails. She said she could.
All right, let's catch up on the comments here. Fred says, I don't agree on the dually 4x4 one-ton truck. I loved my dually here in Colorado. Never had a problem. Did somebody say there were problems? I didn't say there was problems with it.
What?
Maybe somebody else
I'm
did.
his assistant. I take questions.
Okay.
You want to read some questions?
No, I have a question.
He has
Oh,
a question.
what's that?
My friend wants me to spend the night tonight and tomorrow night, and her mom said it was fine, but I had to ask
You
her.
got to
not
That's not my
tomorrow.
deal. That's you between you and mom. Call mom. Yep.
But no, but she's the one staying here, so she kind of does. Mom's not here, so
Yes, but mom's had the contact with the other
Well, I'm
person.
supposed to talk to you. As much as I love you.
hi, Eleanor.
Well, it's going to be no right now while I'm in the middle of the live stream. So
Then
you
let me
give
go
it.
talk to Mom.
Yeah, that's what I thought. See how I work that?
We can
Yeah.
put you in a tent outside. It's just like sleeping over.
Let's see here. Linda says, why don't you row across the Ohio River and visit the best, West Virginia? I've been to West Virginia. I don't think I'm allowed in Virginia. No,
West
Kentucky.
Virginia. I haven't. Wait, have I been to what? I've been to Virginia.
Yes. Have you been to Ohio? I don't know if you've been to Ohio. Anyway. But anyway, I used to live in Ohio and Kentucky, so. Let's see here. Sour Crust says, I'm a new DIYer and really appreciate your tool deal videos. I really want to know, though, what's the best cordless tool brand for value and performance? That is a really subjective question. It's really based on stuff out there. As far as recommendations, I'm not going to say there's any one that's good. If you shop, I basically go with where do you shop at the most, because these are the brands that really come in at that value point. And that is like, if you're at Harbor Freight, Bauer. You know, and Harbor Freight does send me tools.
What about Hercules? Hercules is not bad.
Yeah, but not for the value you get it.
That's true.
So this is their new brushless drill. I've got Bauer stuff. Bauer's what we use at home. I got access to all sorts of brands. I have all the way up to Skill in Milwaukee, and I've got Makita stuff. I'm a big Makita fanboy from way back in the day. But the stuff I use at home is all Bauer, and it works just fine. The Hart brand is what we use for tools on the road. Because there's always a Walmart nearby. So when we're in an RV, we use Hart. They work fine. Ryobi, which is essentially the same thing. If you're in Home Depot a lot, get Ryobi. I do have some Ryobi stuff, mostly for their specialty tools. I use it for like PEX plumbing installs and stuff like that. Skill 12 volt. I'm a huge fan of that. From over at Lowe's, the 20 volt system, the brushless stuff is really good, and the Cobalt stuff is really good. But there you're stepping up in price on the Cobalt. Those are what I would call the bargain entry-level brands that I would recommend. I would not suggest like buying brushed entry-level DeWalt or even brushed entry-level Milwaukee. I think you're paying for the name. You're not getting as much performance and value out of it. Even Makita at that point. Let's see here. Kill King 110 says they drained the reservoir that stands over Silicon Valley out of fear of a dam failure. Really? That's funny. And where was I? Halen Wolf says, sorry I'm late. Happy birthday, Duncan.
Thank you.
And Crystal Sky says, I'm in my craft area on my phone now. Happy birthday, Duncan.
Thank you.
You got 2 happy birthdays there.
All the happy birthdays.
The Kill King says, definitely look into the benefits and disadvantages of electric vehicles and the risks they come with.
Yeah.
And Benjamin says, any advice for a fat, middle-aged dad looking for an electric dirt bike? An electric dirt bike.
Any advice? A Suron?
Surons are, if you want like a true dirt bike, Suron is the way to go.
If you want a true dirt bike, you're gonna pay $10,000 for the Stark Varg.
No.
Or you pay 11 for the KTM, or you buy Honda's little CRF50 equivalent, the E2. But Suron's gonna be your entry level dirt bike, but that's gonna cost you $4,600.
And you clip the wire on it, and it's wicked fast, and it's lots of fun. It's super light. You can throw around, and you can do also for a middle-aged dad. That's going to be fine.
No, I think you're gonna have to go with the Stark Varg, but you're gonna have to let me use it sometimes.
Don't listen to him. Frank says, "Love me some Brandon fuel." LOL. To be fair, he doesn't. Who's the one who owns a sawmill? Is it?
I just said that. That was the dude with all the international and the.
Oh, that dude. Okay, all right. I want to be friends with that guy. Mark says, I had an International Scout way back. Still gives me nightmares. That's too bad. I love the International Scouts. They're beautiful looking trucks. David H says, love having your son join in. So do I. I try to get him to do it more often.
Yeah, it's only when I'm needed.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do it every other Sunday. So that guy's every other Sunday.
Fred says, the stupidity coming out of DC is unbelievable. My 12-year-old granddaughter knows more than these pinheads. Crystal says, we were at Harbor Freight earlier, and a lady tried to take the gray tool cart to the register. After putting it back, her husband was complaining about the number of carts on display. Huh? You just take the tag. And
she took the whole tool cart? Oh.
Let's see here. Murder Hornets. Oh my gosh.
Dude, the Avalanche won their 3rd Stanley Cup this year.
Did they really?
Yes.
I was following it for a little bit, and then I got distracted and forgot about it.
Yeah, me too. I followed hockey, religiously for, the first 2 years of the Golden Knights.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of became the same, where the Golden Knights started becoming an average team again.
Yeah. Let's see here. Fred says, is that Hornet at least 2 inches long? Yeah, it was at least 2 inches long. You have to watch Man vs. Bee on Netflix. Oh, I don't think I do. We have been watching on, I think it's on Amazon.
It's a good show.
What's the one? Terminal List or whatever?
It's got Chris Pratt in it.
It's really so good.
It'll mess your head up, though.
A little bit. Frank says, my son said that Hornets in Iraq were about 8 inches and flew 70 miles an hour.
Oh, speaking of Hornets flying 70 miles an hour, he got hit by one in the face.
Oh, and to say, again, thank you to...
these guys, heat wave.
Oh, there we go. I was looking around for my heat waves.
These are mine.
So I was not that model. I was wearing mine. You've seen some of the videos.
Grab Dad's sunglasses.
And we're driving down the road in Paradise Valley. And I had the windows open, and we're doing every bit, probably 75. Speed limit, just so you know, because a lot of people freak out, we live out west of the Rockies, and we have higher speed limits than a lot of you. So 70 miles an hour, even on a 2-lane state highway, is normal.
We live east of the Rockies.
And we're getting past, we're right on the Continental Divide here.
Which is east of the Rockies.
We're in the Rockies. That's the Rockies.
East of the Rockies.
That's the Rockies. That's the Rockies.
That's the Crazies.
We're in the middle, which are part of the Rockies.
No, they're not. They're an offshoot, like you said.
But
this
the
is
Rockies.
Why I'm right.
Can you hand me that tube?
Yeah.
I need to hit something. Anyway, got the windows down in the truck, tooling around, and I see this thing come flying down and come in and hit me right in the eyeball. Except, I've got my heat waves, which are Z87 rated, hit me right here and bounced and fell right in my lap. He's sitting there trying to get it while it's stunned. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine if I wasn't wearing sunglasses and you had a hornet hit you at 70 miles an hour in the eyeball? We'd both be dead. I would have lost control of that vehicle. It would have been terrible.
I wouldn't have, because I'm a good
Can
driver.
you imagine getting stung in the eyeball?
That would suck. That would actually suck.
Oh.
I don't even think you get stung. You just get blunt force trauma. That's not even blunt force at that point. That's just like...
Fred says the killer hornets are coming out of Vietnam.
We're going to go to war with killer hornets again and lose a bunch of money.
Are they like little Khmer Rouge hornets?
They're in the trees.
They're in the trees. They can sting small animals to death. Eleanor, they're coming for you. Brad says grabs flamethrower with technically legal mass murder intent. Well, he says, I knew what you're doing, Bear. Who makes the most affordable toolbox drawer organizer? Walmart. They're in the what should we call it? In the wire rack organizers. You get yourself one of those and some wire cutters, and that is your most affordable tool drawer, or at least plier organizer.
My woodshop class.
The Grumpy Trucker says hello from St. Louis, Missouri. Oh, he's at the arch. Frank says, when you're in Ohio, the smell precedes it.
I was just in Indiana a couple of weeks ago. Pretty cool.
You're about to be in Indiana again.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Or is it Michigan?
No, you're going to Indiana.
Yeah.
And I was in... No, we didn't make it to Michigan. We did the whole thing...
You did
out
Indiana.
to Indiana and then back down south. Let's see here. Where was I? Just came back, the zombie hornet on the wall. What?
Yep.
Don't frighten me like that. Fred says, oh, Colorado Avalanche. Oh, that's the one you just read.
Yep.
Benjamin says, the bear has saved me lots of money, and we're glad to hear that. We love doing that for people.
It's the best.
Brad says, I want an International 12 or 1310. Zach says, I'm looking for a good stand-up drill press suggestions. Really depends on how much money you want to spend. If you don't have much money...
He swears by Grizzly, though.
Not for drill presses.
No, that's for
bandsaws and such. I have a Harbor Freight 17-inch drill press that has just been an absolute rock star. If you want a real good budget drill... Now, I got that open box for $125. That's not a deal anybody else is going to find. They're normally like $400 if you can... And they don't do the thing with the 25% off coupons anymore, so that makes it harder to get a good deal on them. What I will say is, if you want a real budget workhorse of a drill press, find yourself a good, clean, what am I going to say? What's that? The Shopsmith. And hack it into a dedicated vertical drill press, because they have incredible motors. You have a speed knob on it where you can adjust it to precisely the speed you want. They are fantastic budget vertical drill presses. Other than that, you're looking at, if you're buying one new, maybe Grizzly, then maybe Delta, maybe... What are you doing back there? Pack up. Shut the door behind you.
Shut the door. Don't anymore.
Shut the door. You're throwing off my light balance.
Shut the bathroom door, too. I'm sorry. You should be.
You should be sorry. You should.
Oh, look at this cool photo thingy I found.
Oh, my gosh. The Avalanche even dented it within hours of receiving. Are you talking about the Stanley Cup? They dented the Stanley Cup? What are your experience with Harbor Freight welders? I've had the Chicago Electric budget flux core, and I have the titanium flux core. And the titanium flux core is an excellent budget flux core welder. I've talked to several people who have like the Vulcan welders, and there's another YouTuber.
She's out of film.
Did nothing come out?
Yeah.
That sucks. And what is his name? The guy who does the DIY Pensgauer.
Oh, that dude that does everything with the predators and stuff. Not Diesel. Mike Festiva.
That's it, Mike Festiva. Great guy.
Great.
Incredible welder. And he uses tons of Harbor Freight welders. And speaks highly of them. I highly recommend. In fact, I will even put a link to his channel. He's a great guy. I think any of you who are interested in welding or just building your own kind of vehicles and such need to check out his channel. Mike is a stand-up dude. Let me give you a link here. There you go.
Didn't Gronkowski like shatter the Super Bowl award, whatever, the Lombardi? Talking about another conversation.
I know, but you remember the time it got stolen? The not the Lombardi, but the Stanley Cup got stolen, and they got pictures of them drinking, doing beer chugs out of it.
Yeah, that was fun.
What's up, Al?
I need money for tomorrow.
Well, that sucks to be you.
You said you had $13.
Yesterday, when I had $13.
Bring me
What
my
happened
wallet.
to the
Bring me my
$13?
wallet. Are you popping popcorn?
Yes.
For me? That's so nice.
No, for my sleepover.
She wants
Why
money
can't
from
she-
me, and
Wow.
I'll share
Wow.
half the bag with you. I don't need the whole bag.
This
you
is
don't
what
need
happens.
any, really. Wait, you're sleeping over at someone's house. Why do you
Yeah,
need,
exactly.
why do
Because
you
we're
need
going
money?
to the pool and we're going hiking, and then after that we're going bowling. And we're going
Ask
several
her
different
mom for
places.
money.
Wait,
No.
they're going. Where are you going? You're going to the pool. You're going hiking. You're going bowling.
Where are you going
Yeah.
hiking?
I thought the bowling alley is closed for the summer.
We're going to find somewhere else to go bowling. Probably somewhere. I don't know,
In
but I need money.
Bozeman?
Maybe, I don't know. Thank you, Father. Thank you.
Where are you going to go hiking?
Pine Creek.
You got good shoes for hiking?
Yes.
You got bear spray,
What shoes you got for hiking?
I got Dark Mountains, man.
Eleanor?
Yeah.
What's Dad's favorite kind of bear spray?
A gun?
That's my girl. 45. All right. Anyway, back to the chat. You should do more insight on RVs. I live in Hershey and near the Great RV Show. If you need tickets, let me know. I've only been to Hershey once, and your roads ripped my muffler off my car. But I would like to do more RV stuff, and I should. We've got another channel. I keep saying I'm going to put stuff over there to do, because it's not really like this. In fact, we're going to probably end up moving most of the e-bike stuff and the power station stuff over to that channel as well.
What you guys should do is go follow the Instagram, because we post a lot there,
Yeah.
and it's a good way to keep up with our daily life.
Yeah, if you like following the behind-the-scenes stuff of what we do, no, I didn't want to, but thank you so much. If you like following that kind of stuff, do follow us on Instagram. We post a lot of the, Montana life and Vegas life, mountain
There's
life.
a
is
video
what
of
we
me
call it.
driving a manual for the first time.
There is that. You get a lot of great pics of the scenery and stuff.
I really
and us,
do.
when we go hunting, we post hunting pics there and fishing and stuff. So, and when we start riding dirt bikes, it's going to go on there.
It's all going to be on there. When I start hitting 2 billion foot tables.
Fred says, I've been a diehard Avis fan since they moved here in 1995. A's fan?
No, avalanches.
Oh,
Bad
Avs.
hockey.
I've been to the parades and personally saw the Stanley Cup. That is cool. That is cool. Mayor said there's a video showing a guy on a motorcycle having a face shield being knocked off his helmet by flying debris. Oh, that's terrifying. Where's Mrs. DeBear?
See
She
that?
is off with the little one with Griffin, visiting some friends, RV friends, as a matter of fact, they're full timers, but they're not making it this far down south. But they're
I don't know
up
why they're
in
going
Helena,
west.
so they're up there for 3 days, with hanging out with them.
It's going to be pretty cool.
Brett says, ever seen pneumatic Henry vacuums? Basically tiny red dry only shop vacs that have a face.
Have a face.
That's terrifying. I don't want my shop vac to have a face.
Just put googly eyes
I have
on it
enough.
and
I have
draw a
enough problems
Sharpie.
with the washing machine talking to me. I don't need the.
It doesn't talk to you. It beeps at you.
It says things.
Guys, he's going crazy.
Oh, and kudos to Duncan, by the way. If you saw my video on fixing the washing machine where I took it all apart, my wife complained the other day that she didn't want to use the washing machine
You
anymore
highlighted your screen.
because it was starting to smell. And he looked it up and found out the fix and went and did the clean out and fix on the washing machine, and it's good to go. So,
It's been doing a lot better.
yep.
It's like a 5-minute fix, but it's, pretty
Yeah,
fun.
but
to
he
do.
looked it up himself and figured it out. Why doesn't Harbor Freight have drywall hammers? You mean like the hatchet hammers? They I thought they did have them. No, they get the roofing hammers.
How would you know, Dad?
I mean, I hate doing drywall, so I don't really look at it, I'll be honest.
Drywall sucks,
Yep,
especially
they
when-
dented the Stanley Cup. Well, that's how stories are born. Fred says, I saw on YouTube that there's a difference between black bears and brown bears, the way they act around humans. Do you know the difference? Yes. A brown bear, let me say it, black bear looks like your typical cute,
I think
cuddly...
he's talking about the personality
I'm
difference.
talking about all of it. They have, their ears are rounded, very round, and they're smaller in general. And honestly, they are more aggressive. And they're not sure why, but towards humans,
Small dog syndrome.
Yeah, you're more likely to get killed in an encounter by a black bear than you are in an encounter with a grizzly.
Yeah,
and
but
our
with a grizzly, you're still kind of screwed.
And our hypothesis is the grizzly just wants to stop in both cases, they just want to stop the threat. But you're more equal in size with the black bear, so he's going to go to town. He's got to defend himself. Brown bear's like, you're not really a threat to me, but you might be a threat to my cubs or my territory. So I'm just going to beat you down a little bit. Which isn't to say that people don't get killed by brown bears. They do all the time. We lost a resident in Livingston early this year, a hiker, to a local brown bear. Also, brown bears have a hump to their back.
Yeah.
They're usually much bigger. In this area, they're kind of shaggy, giving them the term grizzly.
They're
They look
super
grizzly.
shaggy up here.
And the reason is because of the climate they live in and the food. They don't. If a brown bear doesn't get access to the coast and saltwater and fish, eating saltwater fish, I think that's called a grizzly. And if it does, and it's up north, it's a Kodiak.
I have no idea.
And
I know
yeah.
that the ones in Alaska are Kodiaks. Those aren't grizzlies.
Mm-hmm.
But they are brown bears.
In fact, the brown bears here are smaller.
Yeah, they're not that big.
Because they're bigger than a black bear, but they're not as big as like the giant brown bears that you see. Because a lot of people think grizzlies are the biggest of the bears, and the reality is because they don't get to fatten up on those giant salmons and eat stuff like that all the time, they don't get as big. Now, which isn't to say they don't eat trout. They do in the park. They're known to go after the smaller bison from time to time, so they'll get at it. Brad, would you think that would be the least likely thing to do? Kill King 10 says they're hockey players. I expect that to happen at the very least. You expect it to happen every so often, being hockey players. Brad says one problem: Harbor Freight doesn't exist in Canada. Yeah, but you got Princess Auto, which is pretty close. Linda says, yes, I feel comfortable hunting black bears with 30-30, a brown bear. I want a 300 Win Mag. I would say that's about right. I carry, for personal defense, actually I carry a 9mm with plus P ammo with solid core bullets. The reason being is that I used to have a 454 Casull. I do have a rifle as a backup, but I can't always have a rifle with me or at hand. Like when I'm fishing, I'm not fishing with a rifle slung over my back.
Well, no, but it's in the truck.
It is in the truck. I do keep it in the truck. But the 9mm plus P, it's a laser beam and that solid core. Because the problem with the other handgun stuff is it doesn't get penetration through the fat layer, but the plus P with the solid core gets that penetration. And with the large 9s that we have these days, carrying 17+1 capacity, and then you can also get the Happy Stick from Glock, stick it in there, you get a whole bunch.
You should get a Glock 17.
Glock 17. So yeah, it's or actually that's the Glock 18, isn't it?
I thought it was a 17.
No, 17 is just the compact one. Anyway,
Glock 18C, that's it.
yeah. Fred says there are some new electric cars that are caught on fire.
Oh my
Yep,
gosh.
you get batteries. You got to watch out that battery tech. Miguel says Harbor Freight needs to add multi-tool pliers like the Leatherman. That would be cool if they came out with one. I'm a big fan
I
of
love
Leatherman stuff.
They're so nice to have.
I was looking for mine. Mine's actually sitting out. I've got a
Yours is over there. Mine is
I've got
outside.
a knockoff pair right here.
The Skeletools over
The
there.
Skeletool is my daily carry, and it's out next to the truck right now.
No, it's not. That's
It's not?
mine out next to the truck. Yours
Well,
is
we
on
have
the-
ones that are identical, and we're always mixing them up.
Well, yours has a K on it. Mine doesn't.
Fred says, Kodiak eat fish. Yep. And Brad says, I have a Henry. Best vacuum ever was only 650 Canadian on Amazon. I've got a Henry. It was 308, and it's lever action.
It's really nice, actually.
Primitive says, Den of Tools on Instagram. Thank you very much, sir.
That's me.
Is that you?
Yeah.
It is you. I'm like, who is that? Oh, it's my son. Mater's Workshop says, it's a good thing we don't have bears down here in Texas where everything is bigger. Yeah, but you have Buc-ee's, and that's almost as scary. That will consume you alive. I want to go to a Buc-ee's. Mark says, supposedly the bear meat has a bad taste in the fall when they're eating the salmon. Most people I've heard who've eaten bear say it's not great. I have a couple people who, I take it back. I have one person I know who hunts and eats bear, and he says it's really good. And I think he's hit his head or spent too much time at high altitude, which he does, actually. He hikes up in the mountains. He's a serious hunter.
Who?
Which I don't want to say his name on the air. Kill King says the Hornady Critical Defense Pack's a good punch. It does, but when you're dealing with big animals like that, you don't want hollow point. Because the whole point of hollow point is to expand and to create a big wound in a short area. And it won't get past the fat layer on the bear. Fred says, word to the wise, don't assume that your 9mm can fire plus P. Read the owner's manual.
That's true.
Yes, more than that, look on the barrel. Because the caliber rating should always be stamped on the barrel. And a lot of them will say, like, there's different ratings. Some of them can fire plus ammo all the time, plus P ammo, or plus P plus. Some of them say you can use it to shoot, but you shouldn't shoot it often. I have some pistols like that. They're carry pistols. They're like, yeah, you can shoot it when you need to, but don't shoot it for like practice kind of stuff. Bilgemaster says Ozark Trail makes a lovely 12-in-1 leather knockoff for like $5. They do. Let's be honest. Ozark Trail, I'm a big fan of their stuff. We've got coolers from them. We've got camping chairs and tables and all sorts of stuff from Ozark Trail.
If you need to go pick up some good camping stuff for cheap real quick, that's it. I mean,
Yeah,
good.
I love their camping chairs and their tables and whatnot. They've got some good like awning stuff. Hold on just a second. What are you still doing here?
I have to wait till you get off the live stream to ask you if I can take an e-bike over.
Which e-bike you can take?
It's Shan.
Take a lock. All right, wait.
No, it's going to be parked in their yard.
Oh yeah, because nothing gets stolen out of people's yards.
Do they have a
Fenced-in yard.
Do they have a garage?
Take the lock, the smaller lock.
Yeah, I'll take the small lock.
Okay, I'll take the smaller lock.
Oh my
That's
God.
so hard.
Oh! We love her. Can you tell? She's loved. You know you're loved, right?
You know you're a bully, right?
Oh!
The
You call
live
your
news.
father a bully.
Live news, guys.
Give me hugs.
Love
Give me
you.
hugs.
She's leaving us.
No. Ah! Love you.
You look sunburned.
I am.
Put some
I will.
aloe or something
Aloe
on.
Verde.
I do not want you shedding in this house.
Okay, last time we went, it was really bad last time.
We went cliff jumping and swimming in the rivers.
She also screwed
And
up her
she
back.
would not get out of the dang water and put sunscreen on again. And she ended up getting burned so badly. Speaking of getting sunburned, Raj Don says, greetings from the Caribbean. I love the Caribbean.
Didn't my mom get sunburned there?
Yes, she did. Back when she used to believe that black people couldn't get sunburned.
I've never gotten sunburned in my life.
That was too funny. I was down there in the Caribbean with his mom. We were in St. Thomas, and I remember because it was the same time we're standing there in the hotel room. It was Redbeard's Castle, I think, not Blackbeard's. Blackbeard's is the other one. This is Redbeard's, and we just turned on the TV and saw that Princess Diana had been killed in the car crash.
And a shark ate 96 people.
And a shark ate 96 people. One shark. All a buffet kind of thing. Anyway. It's 7:54. It's time for us to go. It's time for you to go too. Come on, it's still light out. I'm sorry, I'm looking out to see. Now it's overcast again.
No.
Oh my gosh, oh, it's blue over here. So,
Yay.
Anyway, thank you all for joining us. Thank you everyone supported us with a super chat. You all are fantastic.
Yes.
You really made the Bears' birthday. Thank you so
you.
much. And thank you all for all of our mods. That's everyone with the blue wrench behind their name. Thank you for helping the channel. If you do have a channel that you're trying to get started, put a link in right now. And some of the other ones, check out their channel. You know, who knows? You'll find some other great content here on YouTube. Excuse me. Also, thank you so much for all of our members. That's everyone you see with the little bear behind their name, like Fred Hill there and Mater's Workshop and stuff. They support the channel each and every day.
Oh, go follow us on our other social media.
Yeah, don't forget to check us out on other social media, over on Instagram. We have a little bit going on TikTok. We have the Facebook group where you get, instant deals and stuff like that as they come up. We have
It's awesome over there.
100,000 people on the Facebook member group. I hate Facebook. We all hate Facebook, but it's a great way to come together as a community and save some money with these deals. So check it out as well.
Ad, Dad.
Oh my gosh! Sorry, YouTube's telling me to insert an ad. No, I'm going to pass on that. Thank you very much. Anyway, thanks again for joining us tonight. You all take care. God bless. And as always, shine on.